line. Here's second and a yard. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the run.
Now it's Ingram. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Right here.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the third and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's first and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Lead at 7-0.
Next the score, Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down now, it's Ingram, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. Zip it. Oh, try. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 61.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the 31, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dominic Pecco racks up the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Go, get out there, get out there. Hey, look, 48.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Cooper was the intended target. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s. So a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch. Kill.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he goes out right around the 39. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Switch.
the 24. Jackson, he's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Check 9, check 9. Jim. Under 10, 10. Slow. West. Switch gears. Zoom. Watch out. Look at it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott on 1st down. Completes it to Jason Witten. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They go to Elliott again. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 27, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Prescott, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Ravens 10, Cowboys 7.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Check right, check right. Watch it, I hope you got it.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running right, this is Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. On second and 12, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Check right, check right. Mike spot 4, Mike spot short. Mike spot 4. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Shoot, watch the shoot. 6 guys, check back.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram.
Safety's creeping.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 31, check 31. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Watch the twins. Shut up. Shut up.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, what a move. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Prescott. And this one complete to Renton over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. So
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstay it. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I break on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin their plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Here's Prescott being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Prescott to throw it. Complete to Jason Witten. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go. Do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's going to be a
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. It's been a long day for you. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 50, Mike 50. Go.
Now Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mike's 50. Go, go. 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike 50. Mike 50. I got him. I got him. Hey. Alert. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. To try again after the sack. Prescott going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Jackson now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them.
And the ball is knocked out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Again, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got Smead. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Domaton Peko able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow...
And he'll get in. one. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the gun, Jackson. Roberts has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. DeMarcus Lawrence. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Slam.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flushed out right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. That's caught in. Wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. On 1st down, Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott able to, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, right? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Roberts got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Minus 50. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Justin Ellis in on the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. It fights him off. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.